Welcome back to Pishonia on Farming Simulator 25. Thanks for joining me once again. So, a few changes to talk you through. We had the save game update, which required a new save file. Not always the case. If you haven't seen it already, don't follow him. Go to Welsh Sim Farmers videos and check him out. Give him a sub. Absolute legend of a guy. And he will talk you through how to bring across your save. However, I will caveat that with, it didn't really work for me. And I'll give you the explanation as to sort of, not why, but what were the issues. Basically, there is a building here. So this shed was missing. And that's, base game or base map. I don't know how you want to call it. And this bunker was missing, and I didn't kind of go any further than that. I couldn't replicate him how I wanted, and it just didn't seem right. So I just thought, you know what, I'm early enough in the save that I can just rebuild. Now I thought that, and then realized how much work was involved when I was sort of several hours into the rebuild. But it is what it is, and I've had some fun playing the game, just catching up with myself. So what do I need to go through with you? The changes that I've made this time around. Oh, before I do anything else, actually, I've just been playing with my microphone settings. I'm really sorry if the audio is all to bits. If you are any good with cheap microphones on OBS and want to talk to me about filters and how I can use them to my advantage, please get in touch on Discord and message me and send me your settings maybe, because I've got a horrible voice anyway. I don't like my own voice much, but I like the sniffs get caught on the microphone and the key tapping, and once upon a time I had it really good on my Mac, and I've never been able to replicate it since I came over to PC, to Windows. I've never been able to get it right, and I've tried to make it tonight, and I've spent an hour and a quarter messing about with it, so I dread to think what the audio quality is going to be like on this video. However, so new Defender instead of the L200 here, vehicle wise. Animals all the same. I'll do a quick flyby, which might be a bit easier, mightn't it? So the sheep pen, it's not as good probably as it was last time, but it does now at least have the gate into the field this way, and the gate within this paddock, so you can hold 30 odd in there. So I've just got a mixture of sheep basically thrown into this field, so they're all good. Everything else I've caught up with. As you can see, I've even baled a lot of it now as well, so that's good. Mrs. Mids is messaging me. Right, where were we? So, yeah, done the baling and whatnot. I'll come back to the fields and everything. So, equipment, still the same slurry spreader we had from the last time around, so that's there. And then, I've just noticed my mouse is finally on your screen. However, I'm surprised by that. I didn't think it was. Let's come over here. New shed here. Just because I fancied a bit of a change. I didn't like the last one that much, so went with this one. So that's all good. Kept those two bunkers. Put the clover and alfalfa bunker in here. Couldn't get them this time to match together without them sort of having that weird like flickering render. Yeah, really annoying. Really annoying. So, yeah. Had to basically space them, and I've just put a little bit of sort of junk in between to break up the view of it. Just trying to think what else, if I've done anything with the place. I don't think I have. Again, animals, cows have got what they need. Sheep over here, baby milkers over here, and then we have our beef stock over here. So the reason I wanted to do a completely new setup is because of llama, and I sort of wanted to be inspired by the kit and equipment that I saw there that I liked, and then in addition to that, then a bit of a nod of the cap to mods relating to people I met or saw but didn't maybe necessarily get the chance to speak to. And yeah, so kit wise we have a new roller over there, and we've got the JCB here. The JCB is by Ross and Mods. He was at the talk afterwards, and I thought that guy has done some of the best mods for JCBs in the game. It's amazing. I absolutely love them, so I'm gonna have a JCB, and the JCB stand at Llama was amazing as well. Really, really good. Although I didn't like the way they gave away their freebies, which were these quite cool bags that everyone had. But they sort of generated interest by like doing on the hour every hour. So then there'd be like this massive ruck, and they would just throw a load of bags onto the desk, and people were like literally like pushing and elbowing each other, and like there were kids there, and you know, like genuine like adults, and certainly like young guys, like, you know, sort of like 17 to 22, just like pushing people and trying to get like a really cheap JCB bag, yeah, like a fabric bag. So yeah, it was, I didn't like that, but I did like the machines. I did like what they'd done there. So and I like Ross and Mod's stuff. So there we are. So that's that. We obviously got the Defender because I changed it from the R200. One of my favorite stands and some of the nicest people I spoke to at Llama were the Merlot stand. So our telehandler is a Merlot. I've got the quad bike in the background with the herdsman stick on it because Velvet reminded me that's my thing. So I've done that. What have we got? My absolute favorite machine that I got to go and that I saw, I should say, was the Deutzfahr guys and their tractor. So I thought, right, I'll have a Deutzfahr harvester. So here we are, looking really filthy because it's done a lot of harvesting. And you'll have seen then, I've given myself the Deutzfahr 7250, but I've gone with that sort of darker green. Now, the base color on this was like I can't remember what it's called. It was like a jazz green or something. I don't know. But anyway, I didn't feel it was quite dark enough, so I'm not sure if that was the color that I saw or if it was like something a bit closer to this. But the 8 series, I think it was, which would be too powerful for this map. I wanted to sort of have a lower horsepower tractor, certainly initially. Yeah, I just felt this was the better choice. As you can see in the back, I've given myself a Heston baler. Don't really use them in this game much. So, and as we're meant to be using bunkers for everything else, I thought, why not? Let's go with a Heston baler because we're going to try and avoid doing any wrapping. What else have we got? You've just seen a few things. There we are. The Massey. So the Massey stand was really cool. Some really nice kit over there. So I like that. So I thought I'd have the Massey as a small tractor. And we've also got, obviously, the JCB I've talked about. So that's that. The only other thing then is, let me find someone that's close to the other bits of kit. Where are we? I don't know what to do with this shed. I'm intrigued to see what other people start doing with that. I'm tempted to get rid of it and put something else in its place, but don't know. We'll have to wait and see. My absolute favourite people I spoke to, which are annoying because I can't actually say their brand name, but everyone calls it something different, don't they? I call it K series, but it's not a K series, is it? But anyway, the K series kit. There was a lady there who was really, really nice, really friendly, and she was a streamer as well. So she does a bit of gaming, and I was talking to her, and I got to sign up and have a really cool mug as well to have a brew in. So very, very grateful for that. So I've checked the K series stuff in the kit, so that's cool. And then a bit of a nod there, just things that I like at the moment. Still loving Doric Dog's Stuart trailer here. And then we have the, I can't remember what it's called, for goodness sake, Richard Weston trailer, which is an excellent, or I say trailer, but spreader. And then we've got as a crop trailer, this bad boy, which is the Smith Grain trailer, which is really, really cool. Now, you'll see my graphics are messing about again. I'm just having all nightmares on him. I'm having an audio nightmare and I'm having visual nightmares. So I'm going to have to really play about with this. I've clearly gone into that realm again of messing about with things, and something is changing, and it's just causing a bit of a drama because it's jumping in from the sort of detail to blurry. Yeah, it's I see it all the time when I jump on here, and in this area I find I see it the worst. But yes, so there we go. So gonna pick it up where we were. Like I said, brought most of the bales in. Oh, sorry, not most of the bales. I've done most of the baling already, so I thought I'd talk to you about llama a bit more whilst I finished that off. Got our bale grab here, so we'll have to figure out how we're gonna go and do those. I don't want to use an auto load. I really want to try and do some actual baling. I never do that, so let's we'll do it a little bit differently. Where are we, please? Here we go. Mod wise as well, actually, whilst I think about it, so one of the coolest and nicest people that I got to meet on my little trip to Llama was Oz, the creator of Task List, and incredibly creator of the the owned items list, or the garage mod. And there are genuine massive content creators who've got no idea that this mod existed and were still complaining that the game didn't have this feature, whereas 22 did. Yeah, it blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. What a top bloke Oz is. I was there when Scroft talks about in his episode. They sort of had like nice chat, and then Scroft was like, so anyway, in your red tape mod it says this, but I've been wrapping my bales, and it was really funny to watch. It was just like, I don't know, it brought a smile. I got proper fanboy around Scroft as well, which Oz then rinsed me about, which was quite entertaining. Anyway, where were we? Where was I looking? Oh yeah, red tape. Where is it gone? Where's it gone? Policies. Here we go. So someone said the other day on a comment that you've got to turn them on and off. So I'm guessing that means if I've done that, if I've pressed X on it, then that's like active or not. Like I don't like, how do you sign up for the policy? I guess that is right, isn't it? I don't know. But yeah, so don't know. But I'm hoping if it's right, then I've chosen animal spacing, animal bedding, and animal condition. So we'll just kind of keep it simple to start with, not looking at any of the schemes right now. Can I? So you can select these schemes to do. There's my tax. Now the problem is, because I've set the thing up, I don't know how this is, if that's going to have an impact. I hope not. I hope it like picks up sort of income from this point and not anything else, but I don't know. Crop rotation requires crop rotation between fields, maintain soil fertility, break pest and disease cycles, improve nutrient balance, and protect long-term yields. Next evaluation date next August. Oh, okay, but anyway. So I'm hoping that this will sort of kick in and we'll sort of learn about it. I am trying to catch up with all the YouTube content I've missed over my sabbatical, and I'm miles and miles behind. So Scroft is literally just starting to use this within his videos. And talk about it. So I am getting there. I am really getting there. So let's get collecting this straw. So llama, I was absolutely overwhelmed by the size of the place. Now it doesn't help that I've never been to the NEC, so I didn't know what to expect, and I sort of walked into the first hall, and it happened to be the demonstration hall, and I was like, oh wow, look at this, it's quite a big place. And there was like a couple of tractors and, you know, a harvester, and sort of in the demo area, and then there was like loads of stalls in front of me for like companies and like doing like, you know, like the tags for the cows and stuff, and various like just all sorts of, you know, agricultural related stuff. I was like, oh wow, this is really big, and there's some food stands. I was like, oh cool. So I was kind of having a little walk around, and I was like, well, this is like zone 4 or something this is called, or whatever. And I was like, everyone's meant to be meeting over in like 10 and 11, so like, you know, how much more is there? And boy oh boy is there more. It blew my mind, really did. So that in itself is overwhelming, the size of the place. But then, as everyone then says when they go to these things and they've not been brought up in around sort of machinery and farmland, like equipment and things, this rendering, see, is dropping in and out horrifically again, isn't it? Look at that. Sorry guys, I don't know what I'm gonna have to do about this. I'm gonna have a real mess about with this again. So annoying. So yeah, and what everyone seems to say, and understandably so, is you just can't like understand how big the equipment is until you've seen it in person. It's enormous. Even like the balers, like people were stood on some of the what's the baler called? Where is it? And it is these ones. Yeah, the chrome. Yeah, so there were people stood on like the big chrome baler, and they were like, they were in the sky. It's ridiculous. Trailers, just general trailers, tires, tractors, enormous things. And then of course then you've got the harvesters and the massive one that I put in the picture, and I was going to say it's the Fent, but I don't think it is. I can't remember if it is the Fent or not, but basically, well, whichever one it was, and I've included it in my llama video sort of picture review thing majigger that I did, and just ridiculous sizes of these things. So yeah, so that was incredible. So then I got to sort of go around. I was having a little look around, and then I went down to the sort of meeting area where the guy said this is where Giants had their thing set up the year before, but Giants weren't there this year, so it was just a sort of there was like coffees and like an ice cream place and like pasties and stuff. So anyway, and like loads of seats so we could have a sit down. And I kind of sat down and I was like, didn't know anyone, and I didn't know who I was looking at, and I was like, you know, can I keep it a bit of an eye out for Welsh, because I at least knew what he looked like. And then yeah, I saw the sort of kind of gang of guys who were talking, and I was like, that's clearly them. And fortunately Farm Sim was amongst them, who was an absolute gentleman and a scholar, really friendly, tidy bloke. Yeah, can't speak high enough of him. And there is a chance that you don't know who that is, so if you don't, go and check out his channel, give him a sub, give him a watch, because just, yeah, lovely guy. And yeah, got talking to him and got to sort of really get my head around things and have a really good chat with him. And then Welsh and his family turned up, so I finally got to meet him and those guys. And like over the course of the next, you know, the next 48 hours or whatever it was, like just lovely people, really kind, nice, friendly, you know, just so humble, and like, you know, just willing to just take a complete stranger under the wing and look after him. Got to meet then Oz, and I kind of introduced to him and just got on really well with him. He's probably sat there going, you're a tool, mate. But yeah, really nice guy, and again, just so down to earth and friendly. And yeah, it was just the whole vibe. Like, you know, there was the community element of this game seems to bring people from, like, you know, all walks of life naturally. But the one thing I'll say is that, like, everyone's just so friendly and willing just to talk and get on, and just, you know, there's no judgment. And yeah, it was a really good vibe. And then Scroft and Beanie came along and came to say hello, so like I say, got all fanboy around him, gave him my little sticker because I'm such a loser, managed to get a Scroft sticker, so I was absolutely buzzing. And I tell you what, right, it's bugged me for a while, because obviously we see Beanie now and then in videos and stuff, and I think, like, you know, I can't ever really place it. And the minute I saw her in person, I realised who I was always thinking of, and it's Jennifer bloody Lawrence. Honest to God. I think it's the eyes. I think it's her eyes. And, like, I was just kind of, like, staring at the poor girl at one point, thinking, Jesus Christ, it really does look like her. So, yeah. But they were, again, so nice, so lovely, and just humble and willing to listen. And, yeah, I got all gushy, and it was embarrassing. So, yeah, we'll just move on from that. And then, yeah, and we got to then just have a little walk around. I got some nice pictures of Oz sat in the GCBs. Got a little bit of footage and some pictures of stuff. Just walked myself to death. My feet and legs the next day. For a guy in his 40s who's had a bad back club with Farm Sim, had my L3 and L4 fused, and then broke my back this year. I struggled. I was in a pretty rubbish way the following day on the Thursday. On the Friday, first day back home, it was embarrassing. Thursday night, Friday morning, just I was like an arthritic 90-year-old. It was pathetic. But yeah, so we got to do all the llama, got to do all that kind of cool stuff. Stayed in cracking hotel just down the road from it in the Novotel, so that was really good. And then yeah, went to the community meet in the evening. Got to sit again with on the table with Oz Welsh and his family, and then Farmer Sim, when he wasn't recording, was sat with us, and then there was and there was a guy whose name for the life for me I can't remember, and he was really, really nice, friendly. And there was a couple from Scotland on the table with us as well who were really nice. So yeah, and just again, just cracking. Got to listen to the panel talk and stuff. I did say, and the video will come out obviously soon enough. I did say to Farmer Sim, like for me, next year I would at least consider for like the panel to consider doing the Q&A in the form of asking the people who buy the tickets, give them the opportunity to do some sort of Q&A beforehand, because when you're putting people on the spot, people don't want to talk, people have had a beer, you don't know what they're going to ask, or worse still, they don't ask anything. And although the conversations were quite good, it's still there was a lot of stuff that got asked last year. Now, admittedly, the guys were hindered a little bit because there was a couple of people who couldn't make it for no vent against them in any way, shape, or form, because they had their reasons, and they they were awful bloody reasons. Like Scroft's back had gone. Mr. CP had a bereavement, so he couldn't come. I know FSG had some like really important like stuff with work going on that he just could not come down to. So they lost 3 sort of panel members off the bat. So like the poor guys who had to go up and talk were already up against it, and still did a great job. And again, it was good fun, and they did the auctions, and our table barely won a thing. And yeah, and that was that. And then it was a couple of beers, or not in my case, I was on mixing non-alcoholics, which was an interesting thing to do. And then yeah, called it a day. Got a good night's sleep because I didn't have my wonderful children waking me up all hours of the night. Shall we just empty this out here? I think we probably should. Go on, how'd you go? There you go. And then back to Llama then the following morning, catch up with the guys initially, went over to JCB, almost got into a fight, took a load of photos, had a look around. Can I go this way? I haven't done this before. Don't know if I can. The chickens need feeding. I hadn't thought of that. Right, I'm going to forget otherwise. We are going to... See, look at that. That's definitely... Why is it doing that? Right, okay, not only do I need a sound engineer to help me, I need someone to come and help me with my visual settings. I've clearly... How have I messed this up? I've played with something and it's just gone horribly, horribly wrong. That is so annoying. So annoying. Sorry, guys. That's frustrating. That's really, really frustrating. So we have 20 chickens at the moment. So that's okay. Can I have a look at them? They're all pretty decent in the main, so that's fine. And then we got a couple of roosters like we did before, so great. But they have... Do they have any food? Oh, they have got 2,000 litres of food. So not the end of the world, is it? Oh, they won't go through that in a hurry. We can leave that and leave them to it. Right, okay. So let's knock this on the head. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the NFL that's on at the moment. The Texans Patriots, and the Patriots are going to walk this. Oh, there's another one for Dog's trailer over. No, it's not. That's not the D-Dog's Ivory Williams, is it? Sorry, that is the... I can never remember what it is. The LSFM trailer, which does the manure as well at the same time. That's right, yeah, because it's D-Dog's flatbed trailer, and then LSFM's animal trailer. Right, so let's head down here, and have I bailed that down there? Yes, so we're all good. I can now just get rid of the baler, because I don't think we've got anything else left to bail, and we'll go and do with our grass. It was a good job that I emptied out the bales where I did. Just trying to keep a bit of a watchful eye on the clock. I would say, oh, this won't be a long episode, but knowing me, it probably will be. So my plan is to keep it relatively short and just kind of catch up on things, have a bit of a chat, and then we'll get into the sort of solid gameplay in the next episode. Really want to try and focus on just some of the mods and stuff, especially the red tape. And I'm quite comfortable now, I think, with just like Let's Plays, where it's just going to be, we'll just play this until, you know, we don't need to. And it's not to copy the guy, but like what Scroft is doing with his series, where it's just like you just move it along and you port the stuff over. That's a pretty cool idea. So you sort of start with that kit. The only downside with it is if you want to do a sort of different style. So if like, you know, you want to lower the kit, or the map needs another style, but I guess then you just sell things. I don't know. We'll figure out as we go along. The other map, the Bavarian, is I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. How annoying, Geistel. That is going to be a challenge map. I'm gonna basically do a playing ages ago. I'm gonna do just a single video on that, just showing what my setup is. So it's gonna be like small tractor, or sort of under 200 horsepower and below. Sort of set a bit of a challenge, not as hard as Pelini was probably, but more about setting the limitations on the kit rather than the money, I guess. Yeah, and going that way with it. So let's go and mow a crop that I haven't dealt with before in the form of alfalfa and clover. I did do it very briefly on the live stream the other night, because I'd never done it, so the guys were just telling me, like, you know, just basically mow it, you weirdo. So that was good. So at least I do sort of have a better idea of what's going on now. 2 headlands. 2 headlands or 3 headlands? Oh, it doesn't like that, does it? It's because of that little gap in the corner, I guess, is it? Interesting. Right, so hook it onto there, drop you down. Why are you not going down, mate? What's the matter? Why is it doing the weight? Come on, mids, wake up. God, for the life of me then, I could have sworn that was on the mower. That was ridiculous. Oh god. Playing for fun, not perfection. So we shall leave that in. So yeah, not rushed the edit on this. Sort of tried to make it all as nice and as kind of good as I could, I guess. This corner though was horrible, and I think it's probably worth just getting rid of, and sort of coming across where that sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th line is, maybe, because it's just so much of a pain to do this area. Whereas if like we cut it sort of at the back of the mower there and you just looped around, it'd be probably a lot easier. So I think that's the plan. I'll probably do that. Oh, I'm bailed this. Bloody hell, mids. I think I need a coffee or something. I have the last few days, for those of you who are on my Discord will know, came back from Llama, and my other half basically was working weekends, and Fridays I sort of do a condensed week. So I do Monday to Thursday, and then I have the kids on a Friday. So came straight then into having the kids on the Friday, but then combined that then with the fact that she then was working all weekend, whereas normally we both be home and you kind of share the load. It was basically, I've had 3 full days of dealing with the kids, So in a way, I'm quite looking forward to going back to work. It sounds like, you know, dad of the year and all that. But yeah, absolutely just KO'd at the moment. Utterly KO'd. So got a bit of it's no wonder my head's probably not in the right place, and I'm making little mistakes. So that's another mod I've got on at the moment, and I've got no idea what it's called, because I install so many random script mods, and I see people talking about them, and they go, oh yeah, this is really good, and I'll just chuck it on without thinking. And it's something to do with the way that the braking works. So it's basically not gonna work like a computer game. It's actually gonna react like it should do in real life. So the braking is much, I think it takes longer, basically, my understanding. And yeah, so that was, you'll see a little bit of me overshooting it occasionally, I think. But I have to bring that baler back up here and pick all that up. Fine. And then the problem is with these things that oh, that's the other thing as well. I have paid for the I think on all, I don't know if I did it with these. I'm gonna have to do this without when I'm not actually driving a tractor. So we'll get to the end of this headland and take a moment to check out the precision farming stuff. Right, hang on. So let's have a look here. Have we done it with these guys? Yeah, so I have bought all of the details. So go away. How do you get, when you're in there and you've clicked on it, how do you stop it? How do you get back onto the left hand side? Am I gonna have to do it with a mouse, I guess? So we have, now to me, I thought that was good. I thought that was a good color, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But yeah, no fertilizer. So that's going to be a major problem for us, because I don't have any non-chemical fertilizer right now. So yeah, I need to do something about that. But then I don't think, because I haven't engaged, let's have a look. What's Oz's policy on it? Slurry, crop rotation, restricted slurry application. Okay. Slurry during the month of September to December. Bloody hell's bells. Water contamination prohibits chemicals being solid fertilizer, slurry, lime manure, and herbicide within buffer zones of water. Is it slurry management then? No, that's not it. Manure management. Manure idle. Crop rotation. I thought there is definitely one for. Is it in the schemes? Natural fertilizer. There we are. So this is, so scheme to encourage the use of natural fertilizer. So if I select the scheme, then you'll receive a bonus for the amount of natural fertilizer used compared to the synthetic alternatives. This applies to all fertilizer you spread, whether it's on your farm or not. So, okay. Even if it punishes me. Yes, I do want to sign up to that, please. Thank you. So how do I keep a little eye on that then? We've signed up to it. Policy activated. Water contamination. Well, that's not what we did. Ours is just been there like, mate, you are making a fool of yourself. Bedding. Okay. Active policies, they're all there, so they're regardless. Where's the bloody scheme itself then? I'm clearly missing something, aren't I? Anyway. Let's get this done, for God's sake, otherwise we'll be here all night. So yeah, so we'll get these two fields mowed a bit sharpish, and then we can basically, I can sort of pick these up. I don't know what to do about the fertilizer. I'm just going to have to buy and like lease some equipment to do standard fertilizer, aren't I? And pay and just take the hit, because how else? I mean, we could roll these. Can you roll alfalfa and clover? I mean, you treat them like grass, don't you? Is what I thought. So I would imagine you could. I hate the angle that this thing's on. This is horrible. Yeah, I guess you should be able to roll this, shouldn't you? So we'll have to just basically row it and then roll it to get the fertilizer bonus, and then I guess over time, if we can, put some manure or slurry on it. But then we're going to go into the whole thing of risking policies, aren't we, with putting stuff on in the wrong month. So we'll have to keep a bit of a close watch on that. Yeah, definitely want to get rid of this corner, because it's just quite annoying, really, isn't it? Oh, that's the other thing with Llama. The reason I got this mower is because the guys on the, and I no idea how you're even going to say this, Samas, is that right? Probably the nicest guy I spoke to. Being the little sort of gannet that I am, trying to just get freebies. Yeah, he was so nice and so patient, and I sort of just got talking to him, explained what I did, explained, you know, I never oversold myself at any point, very open and honest about, you know, I'm not going to be like bringing loads of custom their way realistically. And he was really, really cool, and he gave me basically every freebie that he had, just having a chat to him at the end of the first day. So yeah, top guy, thank you. The one thing I wish I'd got, and this shows my age, but there were loads of people walking around with really good bags for life. Now, being a bit of a recycling fiend, and the constant argument in our house about when we go shopping is I constantly blame my missus for taking the bags out of the car, not leaving any in there, and then I then go and buy new bags each time. She will point out, and rightly so, that I simply forget to take the bags out the car the most of the time and go and do the shopping, and then buy new bags each time. Now, I would argue if I had some farming related bags, I would know that they were my bags, and I would be less inclined to forget that I had them in the car. Why is it hooking onto there? That's where we want to be. So yeah, so I was really keen to get some, and there were a couple of guys managed to get some. I think Caverland were doing a bag, and yeah, there was a few companies, but like, I don't know like what you do, because like I'd go over and I couldn't see any bags. I was just like, oh well, what on earth, you know, do you just ask? And then the only people I asked ever was the JCB people, and they fobbed me off with Oz on the first day that they didn't have any bags, and they clearly did. They were just doing them on the hour every hour. And then yeah, I like everyone else just sort of asked for, and they were like, no, I don't have that. And I was asking mainly for stickers, because I do like a sticker. So for my water bottle and my laptop, yeah, big fan of a sticker. The Deutschfar guys had a really cool calendar, so they were giving those away. So I did get one of those. That's going up in the man cave soon. Got a lot of pens, so I do like a pen. Never have you know, enough pens in your life. Although I can't really remember the last time I wrote much down, but I do write for this, I guess. So yeah, and it was just it was a cool experience. So if you haven't done it and you've got an interest in like agricultural equipment or the game, probably the game, and if you're listening to this, to be fair to you, then, and you fancy it, I highly recommend going. Wear comfortable footwear. I would say don't choose fashion. And then Oz reminded me that he didn't think I'd chosen fashion either. So yeah, but what I would argue, my counter to that is I wasn't wearing my most comfortable shoes, and next year I'll basically go in like the best running trainers that I've got, in the hope of, you know, not feeling like I need to be in one of the granny buggies the next day, or better still, I'll just get one of the buggies and just drive around in one of those, like the little mobility scooter things you can hire, because yeah, I was in absolute bits. I could barely get up and down the stairs for a couple of days after Lammer. So yeah, I am old. I am old mess. But yeah, that was it. It was a cool time. Really glad to do it. I would love to do FarmCon as and when it comes around. I know it's in August. Even Lammer ends up being expensive, because by the time you factor in, depending how you're going to get there, you know, your costs of getting there. For me, it was train, but then it would be parking if I took the car, and then your fuel or your charging and stuff, depending on your type of car. Then on top of that, then as well, you've got then event tickets, then you've got drinks and stuff. You got food that you're going to be buying at Lammer. The biggest expense of all, the accommodation. It adds up, like, you know. So Lammer, even though it's a UK based thing, expensive for me. You know, good few £100. FarmCon, I'm gonna have to be realistic. I'm not going to be able to afford it unless we do some sort of, you know, GoFundMe for mids to go to FarmCon, which I could never have the balls to do. Like, you know, it can't happen. I'm just not going to be able to afford it or ever justify that expense. So yeah, shame, because I'd love to. I would really love to, but yeah, just can't see it happening right now. So right, okie dokie doo. That is the first field done and dusted. So let's hop next door, and we can just cut across here, but we do need to go from the bottom. Oh, see the thing as well. Obviously cultivated this field up again, so that was where you basically left it in the last episode. This has to just go. This has to just come either straight across there, or we engulf this entire field into one massive field. I think initially I was like, oh, we'll grab this little bit and add it onto this one. But I actually think it should just be one gigantic field. So yeah, I'm been unsure on that one. I'm quite keen to see what other people have ended up doing on their saves with it. So I guess it just depends on the crop, doesn't it, that we're going to do. Because I don't know, I mean, do we need that much clover and alfalfa? Do we do one gigantic field of over here of it? You know, it's like, is it going to be more valuable to us than doing standard crop? I don't know. I'm sort of torn on it, really. So yeah, if you've got any thoughts or suggestions, please let me know in the comments, and I shall do so. Have a little read. I've tried to catch up on all the comments, and kind of drop everyone a message that I need to drop a message to. So hopefully, if you have commented, I have managed to respond. I went onto a multiplayer stream with Welsham Farmer this last night, and a bunch of others, which was really good. Again, go and check it out. And if you want to see what happens when a guy in his mid-40s who drives and races with honour tries to race a child of his mate's child, in the form of Rion, which is Welsham Farmer's little boy, the apprentice, who has no honour. Yeah, go and check out the short video that I posted, because he did me real bad and real dirty. Very cheeky stuff, but funny, really funny kid. Fair play to him, because he absolutely owned me. Yeah, mugged me right off, to be fair to him. But yeah, it was cracking. So go and check out the run through that. Some content creators and modders alike all talking on there, all of which, you know, everyone's got sort of their discords and things. So I'm messing this up, aren't I? Not paying attention. That's worse than Welsh's headland farming that was last night. So yeah, if you got a moment, go and check that out. Yeah, it was a good time had by all, and hopefully we'll do a few more of those. And ideally, I'll get something going on here for you guys. So it's a difficult one in the multiplayer, because you always know people will promise to do it and then they don't, or and life gets in the way. I get it. It's talk is cheap, as they say. I do get it. I totally understand why it's not as easy as just doing it, but then a lot of work needs to go into a multiplayer to get it ready. And you just think, and it's, again, you want it to be good and fun, and you want a bunch of people in there, and you want it to look good because it's obviously on the channel. So yeah, it's a tough one in there. It's like, I wouldn't want to over sort of commit and then deliver something that's just cack. Yeah, but I'd like to do one, but I'm still sort of learning on that front. Right, can I do a better job now? And I'll just do my own headland. Missed a bit, but not the end of the world. And then now we've just got a bit more room to do the ups and downs. Stupidly, I didn't try on this one, did I, to reset the headlands to 3 instead of 2. I wonder if it would have allowed me to, because that would have probably helped me out a little bit here. So there we are. So I'm going to get on with this, and I will continue to mow all the clover and the alfalfa, and basically I'll probably just go and collect them now. There's not much to it, is there? You don't need to necessarily see that. Got to do the bales, so I'll try and I'll go and grab the baler, pick up the rest of that straw over there, and then bring all the bales in. The first time I do it, I'll probably do it off camera, just because I've got no idea how badly it's going to go, and I don't want to waste 10 minutes of an episode for you guys just watching me not be able to bale things properly. So we'll see how that goes. If it's, semi-successful, and it isn't terrific, but isn't also going to be unbelievably boring to watch me fail, then the next time round, of course, I'll include it. But yeah, I think it's fair just to get on with this now, and then the sooner we can sort of get into September and sort of get on with the rest of the farm and planting and mulching and all that sort of fun things, all that sort of fun stuff that we like to do. Get some crop into the ground and get on with sorting the animals out and go in a slightly different way with the game. But again, this is me. It's the whole very relaxed sort of approach to it all, and just playing how I sort of want to play. Really enjoying being back, enjoying playing the game, and yeah, feel fresh, feel happy. It's a good time, absolutely good time. As always, if you want to come and join us in Discord, I am desperately trying now to be a bit more active in there. So come and have a chat. Come and say hello if you haven't already. But as always, if you are, I was going to say as always, if you're new to the channel, you haven't seen anything like this before, and you liked it, consider giving it a like and a sub if you haven't already. It's the easiest and cheapest way to support the channel. Really, really helps me out. Goes a long, long way. But I'm going to leave it there. So as always, for the second time, be happy, stay safe, and we will speak again soon. Take care.